made.
Okay, we're recording.
No.
Yeah?
That Hitler, you know that scene from that movie where Hitler sort of
right,
being
it's
told
like,
that it's... Yeah, that one. Like, he made one for this.
Fantastic.
Where Hitler gets told about the film. So at the beginning, it's like, what if you're like, they're making a film about you where you are like a little boy's imaginary friend, and Hitler's like, it's okay, like as long as there are no Jews involved, and then like everyone sort of starts sweating and looking at each other.
Fantastic.
Obviously, it's like
2 episodes in a row, we've started with a description of a meme.
Hooray!
We are meme
We're so
lords.
trendy.
How many of them included Hitler?
Only this one.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
Marcus
impressive,
hasn't
you
been
guys.
pulling his weight, to be honest.
Yeah, sorry, I've been really slacking on the racism these past few weeks.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Hello and welcome to the CineBeards.
Hello and welcome to the CineBeards.
Is that how we do it now?
Is that how we do it now? So I thought it's like getting married. I just have to repeat whatever.
You guys have been married for years. I thought you'd know this.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm well versed at this.
Damn it, Jason! How do you forget about your beard husband?
Jason, hurry up and officiate the freaking podcast.
Ladies
Quickly,
and gentlemen.
channel
We are gathered here today.
We are gathered here today.
channel the
There we
spirit
go.
of Zane. He's done like 6 weddings.
He has. Getting ordained was the stupidest thing he
I
ever
know why
did.
he did that. Idiot.
He did it for the lols.
He did it to meet chicks. But they're all taken.
Oh, you know how it is. Like, you know what every single girl at a wedding is looking at. They're like, that guy officiating the wedding is pretty hot. And
Yeah.
he's in touch with God. That's a double plus.
Yeah, Zane's super in touch with God. Right.
I mean, just not the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay,
I
should
don't
we...
think he is.
What?
Wait, but which one were you thinking
Elder
of?
gods.
The old gods.
Those ones.
Yeah.
Should we talk
Knock,
about...
knock.
Who's
Oh, no, wait. We've already started the podcast.
Oh, no, who's there? We're seeing this
Yeah,
through.
yeah, go
Who's
on.
there? Who's there, Dion?
The Cine.
The Cine who?
The CineBeards podcast.
Oh my
featuring... Now you all have to say your names, because this is going to be so slick.
Jason!
Thomas!
Rachel.
Jesus! Wait. Marcus.
Oh, you fucked that up. Marcus, it was such a perfect...
It was such a good
It was so
intro,
good
Dion.
Oh,
and
I'm so
smooth
sweet
and
to be a part of
professional.
this. Like, we were
Yeah.
really honored.
And you know, like...
Marcus just Marcused it up.
Yeah, freaking Hans Zimmer and Michael Giacchino were hanging out, listening to our podcast, and they was like...
Standing in the
They're
door.
just so disappointed
And
in
then
us
Zack
now.
Snyder kicked in the door going, wow.
They were like... I was just like, this is such a great start to the podcast. Oh my god, he's so slick. And then
I'm
Marcus
going
was
to
like...
call this man in the morning and ask to work with him.
Yeah, no, it's all ruined.
That was a terrible impression as well compared to Dion's.
Dion is the impressions guy.
But you know,
Yeah,
sometimes...
actually, the only German accent I can do is Peter Sellers' German accent from Doctor Strangelove.
Of course. And how I learned to
Of
love
course
the
it is. Okay, Jojo Rabbit. Do your German accent again.
Jojo, my old friend.
Not Sean Connery's German accent.
Wait, I got this one. Jojo, my old friend. No, wait, that's Tom Cruise.
Jojo, my old friend, my old mate. Jojo,
Hey, man.
it's
Hey,
me,
Jojo.
Adolf Hitler. Are you sad? Why are you so sad?
Don't be sad, we've got nationalism.
And I wasn't even nearby.
Marcus is just foot seated from under the table.
Marcus kicked something.
Marcus looked at it funny and it was like, what? That's my cue?
Just leave
People
it
just
there.
fucking decimating my studio every week. Not Thomas, obviously. Thomas is
Yeah, Thomas.
considerate and sweet. He's like a cat.
But now that we've said that, something terrible is going to happen.
I hope
Yeah.
something terrible does happen.
You said that like as he was cleaning his
Put
arm.
something down, and the whole house crumbling
That
around.
would be Thomas's luck.
Yeah, that has Thomas.
Hey, he just put down his mug of tea
It's like,
and he'll be like...
he just zips open his bag and whoa, a whole army of drones fly out and attack him and the president.
That would be,
Yeah.
given my luck, sure. Jojo Rabbit looks hilarious.
Yeah, it looks so good.
This wasn't the Jojo MCU crossover I was hoping for, but I'll still take it,
Yeah.
Like,
You
How
wanted
do you
Hitler
know?
to actually be played by Korg?
that's correct.
yes.
Also,
Actually,
no,
yeah,
the movie
I
is
want
not
Korg,
a JoJo
I want
reference.
Korg
Yes, it is.
in a Hitler
we
moustache.
don't know that yet. We don't know
Like,
that this movie
that-
is not a
that-
JoJo reference.
Why
yet.
would you ever defile Korg like that?
No, but I
we
mean, no,
need-
Korg, as in Korg consciously pretending to be Hitler. It's Korg's acting debut. and he plays Hitler.
I
That
feel
would be
like
amazing.
He's too lighthearted. I
That'd
feel
be
like he feels
amazing.
so
And he wears like the
guilty.
white
Taika
shirt.
Waititi is super lighthearted.
I feel
Korg
like-
is basically just Taika Waititi.
Korg is just Taika Waititi.
And also, he would like
the-
warn everyone. He'd be like,
you know
guys,
who's
don't
the-
worry, it's
That's
me,
gonna blow your
Korg."
mind who voiced him.
That
you know?
shirt, he was waiting to find that out. That shirt that Korg wears in Endgame,
Yeah.
that's sort of like weird Hawaii. That's literally
shirt.
that's literally a Taika Waititi shirt that he
Wow.
that he wore to say. They're like, cool, Korg's gonna wear that.
Oh, by the way, we've got a woman in the studio in case you didn't notice, listener.
What?
I'm
Where?
not a girl.
Not yet a woman.
Oh no, I was literally just asserting that I'm not the girl in question.
I thought we were
Yeah,
singing
don't
the
worry
Britney
about
Spears
it.
song.
What
Jason, you
song?
forgot to introduce one of our guests again. God.
She introduced
She
herself.
herself.
Did
Yeah,
she?
I said my name
Yeah.
is powerful. Like,
Right before you
Weren't
fucked up
you
the
here?
She
intro.
said it like she said it before you made your stupid joke that
And we were
ruined
talking
it and
about Jojo
disappointed
Rabbit.
I think he
Hans
blocked
and
it out of his
Michael.
memory because I was so much better than him.
Yeah,
he was
you
like,
fucking crushed it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, and she's less a guest than an intruder.
Okay.
An
Oh, so
unwelcome
she's like the- she's-
infestation.
So it's like the alligator in Crawl.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
like a pest.
Okay.
You know,
But then what does that make Marcus?
but one who we sort of have to like pander
Nazi.
to, and
Yeah,
we
I'm
sort
just
of
me.
yeah, we sort of have to coddle her, make her feel like she's welcome, even
That
when
is
she's
very
not.
correct. And
Okay.
I've only had one cup of tea so far.
I'm
so
glad
you
we
guys
had
drink
this
careful.
aside, Marcus,
Yeah.
just between you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So glad we didn't interrupt our Jojo Rabbit discussion for this.
What's a Jojo Rabbit?
It's a cool movie. Check
Is
out.
it?
Yeah.
But the boy's name is Jojo, right? And people
Yes.
accuse him of being a rabbit.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
I.e.
And Taika
cowardly and or
Waititi
eating his babies.
and
It's
Taika
unclear.
Waititi comforts him by saying, "Oh, "Don't worry, you're not a rabbit." And then behind that boy's back goes and names the movie Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
What
Fucking
a-
s- It's just this whole thing is just a vendetta against that child.
That child.
Typical
Poor chi-
Hitler.
You know,
Typical
maybe we could,
Hitler.
I wish we could go back in time and kill that child to stop him from becoming Hitler.
Yeah, we should go back in time and kill Taika Waititi
And you,
to
and
stop
you know what's
Hitler.
worse? It's not even the same kid as in from Hunt from the Wilder People. It's some like little white boy.
It actually is him. He's just lost.
He's
an
really good
incredible-
at acting.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's real good.
Wow.
It's
He's
just
just
a full
Daniel Day-Lewis it. and
Yeah,
just like,
he
wow.
he Benjamin Button They use like the Benjamin Button tech, but
Yeah.
they also use the young Jeff Bridges tech.
Oh,
Did they use
okay.
And then they
On
used
top
the
of each
Steve
other.
Rogers pre-serum
Oh,
tech
okay,
as well.
okay.
Yeah, and they basically combined all those techs together.
They haven't used
If
the
you-
Christian Bale to become the sandworm tech though.
Okay,
Yeah,
not yet.
that's
Yeah,
why
that's still in
Avatar
development.
2 has taken so long. It's because that has been tying up James Cameron's tech company.
Ah, okay, okay,
The
makes
tech
sense.
for that is just Christian Bale drinking melted ice cream like he did for
Yeah.
Vice.
But at the same time, also losing most of his body weight.
Yeah. And also becoming, expanding his
So he
mind
eats an
with the
apple
spice.
and a tin of tuna every day, and then he has the melted ice cream, and he does those techniques simultaneously. Dude, that's commitment.
Also, he does not fear, for fear is the mind killer.
I do have a question though. Like, why are Hitler stories always like named such delicate names? Like, you have the boy in the striped pajamas.
That
now
wasn't
you
a
have...
Hitler
That wasn't a
story.
Hitler story.
But I mean,
That
like
was a
a
kid
Holocaust
dying in a
story.
concentration
Yeah.
camp story.
Wow,
Yeah.
stop giving Hitler all the credit. A lot of people worked really hard on that Holocaust.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you know how many people Himmler got together to get those trains working? Are you kidding me?
Like, the Holocaust happened despite the bumbling syphilitic
Yeah.
Hitler.
Yeah,
He
it was
did
all
everything.
Himmler and Goebbels.
yeah.
The Allies had a plan to assassinate Hitler well into the war, and they decided not to do it because they knew that he would be the downfall of the Third Reich.
Wow.
If they killed him, way more competent people
Yeah,
would have
like,
taken his
they
place
were
and
more-
actually done damage.
They were more like German
What
assassination.
actually done damage?
There were more German assassination attempts on Hitler.
yes,
Yeah.
Like,
than Allied ones.
Have you not watched that?
The Valkyrie.
I mean,
Yeah,
clearly
the
not.
Valkyrie, that Tom Cruise documentary.
okay.
like the
I mean,
ideas
I've
of that.
basically seen nothing. I'm not sure why I'm here.
Hello.
Alright.
So now that our Holocaust segment is over,
Do we actually?
Well, then let's
Marcus
talk
is
about a
back
beautiful
and
day in the
forth.
neighborhood.
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Fuck that movie. Fuck
guys said
you.
two things.
I'm gonna be so dehydrated
yeah,
after that. It's just,
Yeah.
it's so perfect.
And you know what
it's
the-
like, Tom Hanks is just Mr. Rogers.
Yeah,
like,
it's a perfect cast.
it's just
He's just as likable.
yeah.
pretty much. He's just as like,
pulling all those heartstrings for that trailer.
I mean,
well
and,
edited.
and you know what? And you know what the funny thing is? Like, we living here never saw Mr. Rogers on television. It's all by cultural osmosis. And I'm like, God damn it, this was the perfect human.
And you see that woman's a Star Wars fan. because she doesn't want her childhood to be killed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Retroactively.
It's great.
Which
It's
is impossible when talking about Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, like anyone else, you could uncover some skeletons or like find some sketchy stuff or
Yeah.
find out he's not on the level. It was all just
Yeah,
an act.
and with him, it's
this
just
dude
like-
is just an actual pure. It's like trying to figure out that Bob Ross was a terrible person.
Yeah.
like
It's impossible.
Well, he did. His life regret was that he was a drill sergeant and he trained a lot of people to kill other people.
Fair.
Yeah.
So
but the
like
The whole
I know, that's
time-
not exactly
and, like,
that's
he-
not exactly a skeleton,
Yeah.
but it's like there ain't nothing like that for Mr. Rogers.
The, the reason he speaks so quietly in his painting videos is because he was so
because-
sick and tired
Yeah.
of shouting
Yeah,
at people he vowed he would never
Yeah.
shout again.
Yeah.
And also,
what a hero.
yeah.
God, I've got all seasons enjoyed painting.
It's
I also have YouTube.
the Bob Ross company actually recently within the last year uploaded everything to YouTube.
Also, like how protective they are of him and like
Yeah.
his legacy. Like none of his friends would like give like revealing interviews. Like nothing. It was just like.
Yeah.
It's like the way Maine, the
sweet
people in
bubble.
the way people in Maine apparently take care of Stephen King.
Yeah.
Like, because tourists
Really?
go there like looking for him and looking for, like apparently the whole town. It's just like this unspoken rule that
Don't tell
everyone just
anybody.
protects his privacy.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, where's Stephen King? Who?
yeah,
Who is this man of which you speak?
Yeah.
it's pretty great.
No, well, yeah, coming back to A Wonderful Day in the Neighborhood. Wait, yeah.
Beautiful Day.
Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Yeah.
Lovely title as well.
We're gonna, I'm gonna fucking
Angling
cry.
for that Oscar.
Yeah.
Oh
Angling.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Big
already
Hanks
been
wants
awarded.
another
It's
one.
already been. The thing is, though, like at the end of the movie, Tom Hanks went up to the director and he's like, "Okay, cool. Where's my paycheck?" And he's like, "I'm sorry, Tom. We only pay people for acting." And that was real. And Tom's like, "Well
And then
played."
everyone clapped.
Yeah.
And then
Well-
he strangled
well-
it.
and he fucking beat him to death with that Mr. Rogers shoe. He's like,
I'm a professional. I don't cast. I
"You're
just
not
get
fucking
these
funny.
roles.
This isn't a comedy."
Also, if you want to learn more about Mr. Rogers, we can highly recommend. What's the?
Will You Be My Neighbor?
Will You Be My Neighbor? The documentary that came out.
Yeah, I need to
last
see
year.
that. Or you can go to the library and read a book.
For nerds.
Like a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
a documentary like that movie with the cats with the people faces?
Oh my god.
No.
Oh, that National Geographic special.
The actual trailer itself.
When furries finally learn how to crossbreed with actual animals.
Why would you
yeah.
ever bring that up?
No,
I
like
wrote
you
that
said,
more on the
even the
internet.
furries are not okay with this trailer.
Yeah.
So, does that mean we like it?
Yeah. We have to.
Okay, cool. So I'm
Our
gonna kill myself
culture.
right now then.
If
say?
we're anti-furry, so we have to be pro-cats.
No.
I mean, mine was before the Cats trailer.
What is yours about?
Mine was about a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Oh, what's that?
what is it?
Wow, we've moved on from that, but okay, cool. A
But you
little
shouldn't even-
retro throwback.
I mean, I was just thinking it the whole time, and it had to be.
You gotta speak. You gotta
gotta-
interrupt.
I don't want to
people.
interrupt great lines though, because
No,
I
you
feel
just
like
gotta
No,
shut
you
up.
gotta interrupt. Like,
You
Oh,
can't
especially
let
Marcus is
have you
talking.
listened?
I feel like
Otherwise,
this is a
it's
Okay,
great
wait,
example.
just loud
Everyone's
noises
just
coming
kind of
out of
talking
your
right
mouth.
now.
Hold on a second. Let me just demonstrate something. Marcus, like, what is the best cut of
So then
Blade
I should just say
Runner?
something like this right now.
she already
Perfect.
did.
Yeah, perfect. Even before he started speaking, he just taken the breath. You were natural at this.
I didn't even take in a breath. I just
You
went
didn't even
for
get a
it.
syllable out.
cut his legs out straight from under.
Yeah,
Also,
bam.
everybody knows the
No,
fight
yeah,
is
yeah,
the
no,
best
so
version.
Rachel, what were you
Yeah,
saying
so in
about-
this trailer, while I was watching it, I was actually thinking, like, this feels like a life insurance ad. Like,
Well, that's the thing is life insurance ads basically manipulate emotionally in
yeah.
exactly that
I was
same
watching
way.
this and I was
Having
like
done a
waiting
lot
for
of
like some
life
kind of
insurance
title
ads.
to pop
It's
up.
just
Like,
that
oh,
this
that
is
was
real.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Instead of
This is
instead of
real.
being
He
fake.
was a real human.
I love that outsurance ad where it's the girl and then at the end they have that like big party, you know, and there's like the
you're
balloon
welcome.
that's like caricaturing her
yeah.
big teeth, which is like. Yeah, you know, like outsurance, you
It's
know.
more-
that
it's more than a company, it's a family. We improve communities
We all
and-
improve communities and we help. And then there's like the one shot of like where there's been an accident and it's just her looking at it and then just driving on.
Somebody else's problem though. You're welcome for that ad, by the way.
Thank
Oh,
you,
were you
Thomas.
involved with that, you absolute piece of shit?
You're a monster,
At
Thomas.
least that McDonald's one is gone now.
Yes.
Yes,
So-
were you involved with that?
Wait, which McDonald's one?
The one before every movie.
Oh, that one.
God!
Wait, why did I think that was a plug?
Oh, because it was up my butt.
No, a plug, not a bug, a plug.
It was up my butt.
Why would a bug be up his ass?
It was up my butt. That's why I thought it was a plug. Sorry, it's just that's a clean cloth that's recently been weighted and then wiped on the pillow where Marcus's ass and coffee were.
Oh,
Yes.
yay.
Put it on my table. That's disgusting.
So disrespectful.
Thank you. I'm watching you. I'm fucking watching you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And we're going into a minefield now because we're gonna fucking talk about cats. Okay.
Okay.
So Thomas, do furries hate this trailer?
We've already established.
No. Shh. Do furries hate this trailer?
They don't like it.
Okay, so furries don't like this trailer.
Why did
Do
collect
you
that
like
data?
this trailer?
No.
You're Judge Judy and executioner.
Why did you seat me next to him?
Your case of false equivalency will not work.
It just did.
Haha, now
You
the
can't
whole
Jordan
internet thinks you're a
Peterson me
furry.
into this.
I could if I tried.
Yeah, I'd just leave then.
All right.
What if you Joe Rogan him into this?
I'll fucking Oscar Pistorius you into this. I'll fucking wine and dine you. I'll like move in with you. We'll have a whirlwind romance, and then I'll fucking shoot you
You
through
know
the
that's
bathroom
exactly
door.
what I want from a relationship, Dion. That's exactly what my ideal relationship situation. Idyllic, happy, good times, and they're getting fucking capped. That's all I want. I'm
no, I
a
ended up the
simple
whole
man with simple needs.
You mean getting capped? You mean fighting yourself?
No, I mean getting
and then
murked,
going
like-
back in time.
No, just
No, it was going back in time and then fighting
blah.
himself.
So that's a discussion of cats.
of cats.
I think that was better than
Taylor
any
Swift
actual
looks great.
discussion.
Taylor Swift looks like an actual cat, but that's because she's got like the whole cat face.
Yeah,
But
the
the time
problem
she
is that
looks like a cat.
all the cats' faces look like they've just been like CG'd on, like the track, like the rotor isn't quite right.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
they're
it's
kind
not-
of floating a little bit, like
Yeah.
when they move. There's like a
It reminds me of a David Cage.
It
game.
does.
It's
Bad.
David Cagey.
It's
If
bad.
David Cage did cats.
So
Yeah.
it will.
Like
Just give him
everything
time.
about it, like the set design, the actual look of like the cat bodies, everything is perfect
Yeah,
because it's just
the,
like
the fur
it's
simulation
just a
looks
heightened,
fantastic.
yeah, it's just a heightened version of the musical.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
It's bad.
And it would be amazing if they didn't have people
Well, no,
faces.
it would never be amazing because cats. Cats
Okay,
suck.
I mean, I've never really seen cats.
oh, and I've seen
Oh,
it.
we're a cat. We're a cat. That's it.
Well, I mean, it's
But then
there's
they're
great
not.
musical numbers.
They're
Like
not
obviously, like
cats.
any like the stories is like whatever, but
What-
the actual musical numbers are great.
Yeah, what
This looks like
disappointed
bad
me
cosplay.
most about the Cats trailer is, like, in the entire trailer, there's no Greg Katnier.
That's
What's up with
bullshit.
that?
That's absolute. Although in fairness, like I think Greg's a bit of a purist. He might just stay on Broadway.
Yeah.
He's not gonna fucking sell out to Hollywood.
I liked on Twitter when
Greg
they were,
Kinnear selling out to Hollywood? No.
I liked on Twitter when they were saying, "Oh yeah, it's racist because there's a black actress in there and her cat is white." It's a legitimate,
wow.
It's a legitimate sentiment that Twitter has.
The other thing that just that bugs the shit out of me with it is it's like you've got all these like dignified actors
These
and you've got
thespians.
and you've got like other people like popular entertainers and stuff, and then you've got fucking what's her name?
Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson.
Rebel
Doing
Wilson.
like the biggest,
Amy.
Yeah.
the most featured person in that whole trailer is her, like playing out an
Doing a dog-
extended
a
fat
fat
joke.
person.
doing a
Yep.
fat joke.
But that's
'cause
like
it's
her
so
entire
funny
career.
because
Yeah,
it's so
exactly. Yeah.
fat.
It's-
Like if she wasn't fat, if she lost weight, that would be it for her.
Well, yeah, that's like the girl that does who writes girls. Same thing.
It's
Yeah.
like in 30 Rock where Jenna gains a bunch of weight and then Jack Donaghy's like, no. Oh, Dr. Spaceman's like, you're what we call the disgusting range. And Jack Donaghy's like, you either got to lose 30 pounds or gain 50.
That's
So Rebel
from
chose
a
to gain
casting
the
perspective.
50.
That's
Yeah.
exactly correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'd never cast someone like that. You've got to be like ha 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 ha. You've got to be Eggman.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
boom.
You've got
You've got to be.
You got to be Laurel and Hardy.
No, yeah, you've got to be Laurel or Hardy, or
Yeah.
and a ball.
That's actually good. That's good.
The only time where you can start losing weight is when you are famous
Christian
and rich
Bale.
enough to make your own movies.
Yes.
No,
Like
then you can do the thing-
Seth.
I was
Seth
about to say
Rogen
where
did.
Seth Rogen, like where he simultaneously lost a bunch of weight and started wearing glasses and grew a dignified beard. Like he did all of that at the same time. Like he was just like, okay guys, I'm like this transition's gonna be super awkward. I'm gonna hide
Dude, you
away
wanna
for
go-
a couple of months
Yeah.
and work the fuck out of it. It's like and then go back into like, okay, cool. I'm I'm an artist now.
Or Jonah Hill did the same thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jonah Hill, we can thank Scorsese for that, because he was just like, I like you, but not fat you. Be better. And it was just like,
Man, that's a great ad campaign. We should run that.
And then he turned into Matt Berry.
yes.
Yeah. Be better.
Do you have a quill?
I'm not signing it.
Then I'm not signing that.
So that's Cats.
Rachel looks so despondent.
It's like she
Rachel
doesn't know
won't
how we
stay on topic
podcast.
because she hasn't listened to an episode yet.
Also, like, as soon as
I
listened to
finally
one.
got my wife to listen to an episode.
Martina listens to pretty much all of them.
My sister listened to a whole bunch because she was homesick.
Aww. And then
Sounds
she got
very
even
cute.
sicker.
And she was like, I'm staying away.
Wait,
Oh my god, I left!
did
This
she
is why
listen
I
to
left.
them in
I'm never going
Universal
back.
Studios Florida or somewhere else spectacular?
Yep.
Florida isn't spectacular.
No,
It's where Florida
Universal's-
Man lives.
Universal Studios
The
in
penis
Florida.
of America.
No, because then some people will like that. It's got to be
True.
like the
The
furry
cat
people.
penis of America.
Syphilitic penis of America.
For the furries.
The Josh
No, then they
Groban
can all
of
go
America.
there. And then they'll all be in one place, and then Florida Man will
Why
get
is some-
them.
And we could just bomb them. Florida man accidentally runs over 18,000 furries in his pickup truck while paying for McDonald's with weed.
and slapping them with fish.
Is awarded National Medal of Heroes big awesome guy medallion for his services.
Yeah,
to the
and that's
world.
an award that they'll the UN will get together.
They created just for him.
Yeah. There is actually like a sort of a footnote in the Geneva Convention that makes an allowance for that.
Yeah, like you can use sarin gas, but only on furries.
like
you
if
can
you-
use flamethrowers, but only on furries.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like if a person comes along who is basically the opposite of Hitler, you can make a new award to give to them that no one else can get.
There you go.
And I think killing all the furries.
Florida man would get it.
Yeah.
I think so.
If we
I
get
would
to,
give
like,
Florida
shock
Man
therapy-
just like a huge crack rock for killing all the furries.
Shout what you wanted to say.
I mean, I
No, it's too much.
I just
Okay.
looked up your Florida Man story, Rachel.
Oh yeah, what's
And-
up, Florida?
If you type in your birthday and Florida man,
What'd
It's
you get?
hilarious.
What'd you get?
A 25-year-old man fired 2 shots in his home to ward off what he first described as an armed masked intruder. The man, a self-appointed paranormal investigator, eventually allowed that the intruder might have been a ghost.
why is that the most me story that's ever existed?
yep.
The headline was "Man, Florida man charged with firing gun at ghost."
Oh my god.
that's some
Also,
serious
as
ghost
soon as
adventures.
Jason
Yeah.
said armed,
There's the second headline from Florida Man on the same day. Florida man steals $33,000 worth of rare coins, cashes them in Coinstar machine for $29.30.
That is so Florida Man.
That is-
so
What's the
angry,
next
fuck.
trailer, Jason?
Let's get Dion talking. Top Gun.
Top Gun!
Top Gun,
I
man.
love that trailer. It's perfect. It just looks so... Like, the thing I've been saying about that trailer is, for the last sort of 20 years or so, jets have basically just been cannon fodder.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
basically like, they're the things you send in to, like, show how powerful... Like, Godzilla just swats them out of the air. King
Yeah.
Kong just swats them out of the air. Whatever. Like, it's just... Jets
Or that
don't matter.
Chinese trailer where there's just like 30 of them going through a valley.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
just jets are like, and I understand like for the filmmakers it's shorter, like jets are super powerful, so if you show something just swatting them out in the air, we know how powerful that thing is. But we've got to the point now where they're like mosquitoes, like
Yeah.
Transformers films as well, like
Thousands of
that
jets dying.
that idea of like, oh, this thing is swatting a military jet out the air, it's powerful, has gone.
Now it's just like, oh, jets again.
Yeah, like they don't.
Me.
They
Do you know what they are? They're birds for scale.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
the artistic
That-
equivalent
yes.
of birds for scale.
So I love that there's finally a film again where like the jet is central, the jet is cool. It's a trailer
The jets
that
are
makes
cool.
Yeah, well exactly.
Jets
I
are
had a
inherently
fucking
cool.
dude like I had a picture of like the fucking F-14 everything like up on my wall when I was a kid. Like I love jets, but as I say, they've just been reduced so much. And this one, like, it just brings back that romance of, like, the jet and, like, wanting to be a pilot. And, like, a lot of that, I think, is also just partly, like, Tom Cruise being in that fucking car, like, that they can
Well,
get
it's
those
not
shots.
just Tom
Yeah.
Cruise. He insisted that every actor who played a pilot was able to actually be in the jets
Well,
themselves.
I mean, like from the trailer. I haven't actually seen the film. In the trailer, it just shows his face.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but
in the cockpit.
every
Fantastic
like whenever you see
shots.
them in the
Yeah.
cockpit,
Yeah.
will actually be them
Yes.
in a
in.
cockpit. And
And
it's
I mean-
great because they're
cockpits.
using F-14s which have 2 seats.
Yeah.
So like they can cheat that really nicely.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, it's the same feeling of realism from Dunkirk.
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
But it's just that feeling of like the jet feels like cool and powerful and fast, and it's not just this like random back, as you say, birds for scale thing. It's like it's central.
Also, the music made me want to salute.
Yeah,
I felt
Oh,
patriotic, and
it's a
not American.
and having Woody Harrelson. Like all the other people that look like him. Yeah, having elderly Woody Harrelson.
He's the guy from
sorry.
The Rock.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, the
An
guy from
Enemy
the
at the
Rocks.
Gates?
Yeah, Michael Bay. No, Nicolas Cage.
Close.
Having elderly Nicolas
John
Cage.
Woo.
Having the man in black from Westworld in it is fucking great. I'm glad that he's gone from like riddles to being a film actor. I'm very proud of him.
It's great. It's a nice progression.
Yeah. Haven't finished season 2, no spoilers.
Oh, I got one episode in season 2 now.
So yeah. But season 3 is coming out, so I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah.
Hey, considering how
No,
considering Stranger Things' 3rd season, I will give anything
Yeah,
I will give anything
Alright,
a chance.
alright.
If season 3 sucks, I'm done with it.
I'm
Until season 4.
holding thumbs for Zombieland 2.
Yeah, Zombieland
really
2
want it to be
looks
good.
really, really good. I love that trailer. I love the way it
Yeah.
was framed.
I love Academy Award nominee.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's like that episode of South Park where like they had that thing at the bottom that they always show on the TV
Yeah.
networks where it's like
for your
Emmy.
Emmy consideration.
Well, no, it's like Emmy, like
Oh,
an Emmy
Emmy-nominated show.
Emmy winning, like
Oh,
Emmy. It's after they. I mean, they've won so many Emmys
Yeah.
actually. Like Emmy winning show, and then it's the episode about Randy like trying to take the biggest shit of all time.
Yeah.
And then like right at the end of the episode, like they take like the Emmy like
actual
out of the picture and just stick it into a thing of shit.
The trailer was okay. I wasn't super.
What?
I don't.
Hold
I don't know. I just
I wasn't-
wasn't super into it until I saw Wonder Woman's voice actor, and then I was like, all right, I'm in.
But like everything about the trailer's cool. Like the tone is right.
I know.
It looks badass. It looks funny.
Feeling it.
Yeah, but you're just a cynical husk of a
Remember,
human being.
it's been how long?
Once.
I know, but it was.
How long has
I
it
remember
been
it
since
forever.
the first Zombieland
A
came
long
out?
She should
time.
was-
It's been
Well, look how big the small kid is,
10
as
years, 15
illustrated
years?
in
Yeah.
the film.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been
Probably
about
10
if let's just go with it's been about a decade. Like Thomas was a different person a decade ago.
It's true.
Remember, he was attractive.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I remember very little of
This one's-
Zombieland 1,
Yes.
but I do remember enjoying it. And this one just looks like exactly
exactly a decade. 2009 it came out.
knocked
Oh.
out of the park, there, Marcus. Oh no, an actual fact! Oh no!
Oh my!
Fuck,
I had
I'm
my
ruined.
small beard then. That was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, like, to me, immediately, the
fine.
trailer just feels right. The tone feels right. It feels like badass in all the right ways. I like the shift in focus, that it's like, that like, the villain becomes like,
Jesus,
that the villain is like a hippie who's sort of taken the daughter.
Yeah.
I think it is.
I just wish it was James Franco playing that hippie.
No, but it
'cause that
still
would've been
it still works. It just works perfectly. Just like the meta joke, like that awareness of it's like these three actors that are always getting confused for each other.
Yeah.
I just wish that it was him again that they cast as his analog.
No, it's even funnier. Like that it's just the real world thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
looks funny.
I just hope they don't take that blonde girl joke too far.
Oh, they will.
Oh, they will.
Oh, they will.
They'll,
You can see
they'll
from the
take it
trailer
so
it's already
far that
taken
it
too
comes
far.
back around and becomes hilarious again. Because that's what
No.
Zombieland does.
No.
I think the thing is, like, as far as I could tell, she's just a foil for like Emma Stone to just be like annoyed with, and I think
just
that's
dunk on,
perfect.
and
Yeah,
that's
I think
fine.
I think that's
I
perfect.
love Emma Stone being annoyed at things.
I thought there was like legitimate thought behind her character. Like she's that way because Zombieland, there's like no legitimate education, so she's like an underdeveloped human being.
That's actually a very good point as well.
That is actually a very good point.
Possibly.
Thanks,
Damn it,
I'm very
Rachel!
smart.
Don't
Damn
bring
it, Rachel,
good
what the
points
f-
into this
It's
podcast.
a podcast.
There's supposed to be a
You heard the first
comedy
half of the
podcast.
episode.
It's a mess.
Like you go on like that, we might gain a listener.
Yeah.
It's not getting crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's already hard enough to satisfy Jock every week.
Thanks, Jacques.
Actually,
Willem will always be there.
Willem will always be there.
Shout out to you, Willem.
be there for us, CineBeards together forever. Willem and us.
so what else?
Listening
Come on,
to
Jason.
us on
Pick up the pace.
internet.
Pick
Yeah,
up
I
the
thought we were
pace.
gonna like acapella this, but that's
I was
okay.
waiting for it.
Yeah, that's why I went
was
with
like
the
waiting for
clicking.
the.
We got 2 more trailers that we can talk about, or we can get
Okay,
stuck in
Dion,
some
that is
news.
enough. Thank you very much.
What are the 2
We know you
trailers?
can
We talk
sing.
about them quickly.
So do I.
It looks scary. I hated it.
It looks so good.
I hated it. It's scary. I don't
Yeah,
know.
It's gonna be great,
I wanna
and it's
watch
got
it.
Bull Hader. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yes.
I don't give a shit. You could have just shown me the
I
shot
did,
of
I
Bull
did
Hader.
not know Finn Wolfhard grows up to be Bull Hader, though. That's fantastic.
Well,
Perfect.
he doesn't. He grows up to be James McAvoy.
No,
No?
Yes.
no. Finn Wolfhard was the
The
potty
one
mouth.
with the glasses. And he turns into Bull Hader
Oh,
with
yes,
the
that's
glasses.
right.
Although I will say, of the 2 trailers, the first one is still
Way
way
better.
better.
Yeah.
the
The
Way
second
more
one is
exciting.
like a traditional
A
bring everyone
trailer
in
trailer.
trailer.
Yeah.
The first
Edited.
trailer I think was more for like the
Like, you know what's up.
yeah.
I didn't like it.
It.
What?
It chapter 2.
I was about to ask. I haven't seen the trailer, but I'm really excited for it.
Wow,
You can't be
thanks.
excited for something if you
Witness
haven't
the
seen
end.
the
No,
trailer.
no.
Of
I just
it.
because the first one was so incredible, but I never like let myself get invested into scary movies because
You're scared.
yeah,
But
and
that's
then
all
I
the
can't
fun.
get scared, and all I want to be is scared.
But then let yourself get invested in it.
How?
Jace, Dion does it all the time.
I do
like,
it
you
like-
should
I-
watch a horror movie with Dion sometime.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Tried, and that's when we watched the terrible one.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah, but you watched the bad
and,
one.
and then we watched a comedy instead.
Just
Slice.
It was very disappointing. Yeah, it was great.
Slice
though. That
was-
was
Slice
really
was-
great.
Slice was a lot
funny.
of real super fun.
Just go watch Midsommar or like Hereditary again with Dion. Then you'll know what true horror
My,
is.
No,
my
like-
sister's
Don't say
back.
anything about it.
My sister's actually back from the States now.
Have you not seen it?
Jason, who are you fucking talking to?
Midsummer. I haven't seen.
My sister's back from the States now, and to celebrate her returning, we watched Hereditary.
Oh, I thought you guys said you watched Midsummer.
No.
Oh,
That's
That would've been a real-
next week Sunday.
Next week.
Yeah.
the only movie
Well,
that
I
did
guess this
scare
week
me
Sunday.
was the movie with the lady that was deaf and the stabby guy.
Oh,
Oh,
hush.
Hush.
Yeah.
Watch Midsommar.
No, I'm telling you to hush. Like, we don't want your opinion. Ayo!
Speaking of Hush, Batman Hush was super
Batman
good.
Hush was rad.
Haven't
That
seen
was
it.
so like.
Did you watch it now?
I watched it last night to like cleanse from other things, which we'll get to in a couple of weeks. But
Well, 1 week.
I don't want to spoil it for Dion, but I did not expect that third act.
Yeah, I like the twist on the traditional
Yeah.
reveal,
Yeah,
was a
it's phenomenal,
and it
It's-
works.
It's,
It works real well.
It's great. And then I just watched Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles again because my wife hadn't seen it. I was like, "What? Didn't you watch it with me last time?" She was like,
Oh, I guess
"No."
you'll just have to watch it again.
Oh no, I guess I'm putting
Fine,
it on
I'm
again.
watching it again.
Shame. Life's tough, dude. Life's tough, but
Life
that's
is
that's
super
marriage. You have
tough.
to make sacrifices.
Yeah, those are the sacrifices I have to make.
Shame, dude.
Definitely.
And the last trailer, quickly.
The King's Man.
I care about this franchise. Finally.
I haven't watched the others yet. I'm sorry.
They're not.
I'm a bad
I keep
person.
telling you to
I
watch
know.
them. Watch at
you
least
tell me to
the
watch many
first one.
things.
yeah, watch.
Yeah, the
don't-
second one is
Average.
You're
But-
average.
but-
It's got
this-
some fun moments.
Like World War One spy stuff. Like completely neglected era of spy movies
Yeah.
is World War One, and I don't know why, but it just is.
because it's such a depressing time.
No, it's so great. But now we're gonna get one with
Yeah.
fucking Ray Fiennes, man.
Yeah.
Yes. Get it to me. And just the tone of the trailer looks fantastic. It looks completely different to all the other Kingsman movies. So I am super in for this.
Is Matthew
and
Vaughn directing this one, or is
I
it
doubt it. But maybe.
Jason?
I want to
You're the
direct
person.
your movie. That's my
Who's
contribution.
directing The King's Man? Is it Matthew
actually
Vaughn
not
or
too
is it a
sure.
different director?
I think.
Feels
Good question.
well from the trailer. It feels different, but
From the
No, I
trailer, it
think
feels
it's-
different.
I think it's Vaughn, but I'll check.
I would Google voice it, but yeah, I'm not giving them any more data.
like,
Speaking of data, the Picard trailer looks excellent.
Yeah, Matthew
it
Vaughn.
does look like
It
fun.
looks so tasty. It
What-
basically,
what-
it's
what's this?
basically
Picard.
The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi for Star Trek fans rolled into one.
Yep.
Yeah, I should get more
basically.
into Star Trek, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Star Trek-
not a huge Star, but like just
But
like
that looks like fun.
that series I watched when I like not a lot, but I watched in high school, and I had a friend who was obsessed with 7 of 9. So I know when he watched this trailer, his brain exploded.
Also,
Speaking
what
of Star Trek, apparently the Tarantino like hard R Star Trek is taking place in the like Chris Pine Star Trek universe.
Yeah. Well, remember, there's the thing
Yeah.
is no. The thing is, the most recent comment from Tarantino
Is that I like
was
feet
like,
and I put them
if I
unnecessarily
do
into
it,
my films?
because he keeps getting he's getting angry with Simon Pegg, because Simon Pegg's like, don't worry, it's not going to be Pulp Fiction in space, and then Tarantino's like, I get so annoyed when Simon Pegg opens his fucking mouth, he doesn't know what he's talking about. If I do this, it's definitely going to be Pulp Fiction in space.
Wow, what a cool guy.
the great thing about Star Trek Picard is because it's a CBS All Access show, Netflix has the worldwide distribution, right? So we'll get it
We'll actually get it.
on our Netflix probably a week after it launches on CBS All Access, or at least that's how they did it with Star Trek Discovery.
Nice.
Is it CBS
With all
All
the
Access?
STD.
Wasn't it? Isn't it a streaming service that's making it?
Yeah, CBS All Access
Oh,
is a
is
streaming
it?
service.
Is it? Okay.
Everybody's got a streaming
Yeah.
service.
That's cool.
We've gone back to
So,
cable television.
Pretty
and
much.
beyond that, 2 animated films, which are both coming in August, 2 reboots that I just recently found out were also coming to Netflix
Yeah?
worldwide. Both the Rocko's Modern Life reboot
Oh,
film.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The trailer's out. I haven't watched it yet. But I don't want to watch it. Yeah.
And the Invader Zim film, Into the Floor
Into the
Pits.
Floor Pits.
Yeah.
That's
seen
also
that.
Oh,
both
the
of
one
those are
where
coming
like
to
that
Netflix.
first
That
trailer
first
was
trailer
so
was
fucking
half
weird.
the audio was missing. And,
Yeah.
Such a bad trailer.
The second one is much better. It's just Zim hiding in a toilet and asking
I mean,
the
like, I'm
computer
super
to laugh with him.
I'm super excited for it,
Yeah,
but
I
like,
love Invader
it's just
Zim.
that was such a horrible trailer.
Speaking of animated, did you see DC announce that they're doing Red Sun next?
No.
Yeah.
They're doing Communist Superman.
Yep. Yes! They're doing Communist Superman.
Can't wait. Gotta be right.
Just in-
Red
just-
Sun,
Just in
you're a
time
bum.
to beat Black Widow and Communist Captain America.
Yeah.
Taskmaster's not Communist Captain America.
Yeah.
What?
Taskmaster is not Communist Captain America.
Communist.
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 No, I'm talking about
That's an
David
that's an
Harbour's
opportunistic
character.
copulation.
Oh, Alexi.
Fair.
What?
His character name is Alexi.
Oh, yeah.
I know things.
You
Now
know
we're on
things.
Stranger Things.
The guy from Stranger Things.
Wow,
Yes.
you guys hot.
No,
Just
we're
a
not
little.
on Stranger Things.
No, I know, but
It's
I
the
mean,
guy from Stranger Things is in Black Widow.
The Black Widow movie.
as Communist Captain America.
Yeah. Captain
Awesome.
Communism.
That's sure. Let's go with that.
Comrade communism. Thank you very
Did
much.
you see Todd McFarlane is threatening to start a Kickstarter now for Spawn?
Did you watch that whole interview?
No.
Holy fucking
Is it a
shit,
thing?
man! I just saw him on the, it came up as the interviews at Comic Con, and he was like, Todd McFarlane talking about Spawn. Cool, gonna watch this, and it's exactly how you would think. He's like, yeah, no, none of this jokey joke movies. My movie's gonna, be hardcore.
dark.
It's gonna be dark, bro. Like,
It's a good thing no one's tried that yet.
yeah, exactly. But it's like, on the,
He's just
Yeah, nobody tried
Zack
to...
Snyder about it.
the thing that annoys me is that, like, sure, on principle, yeah, Spawn shouldn't be like a traditional Marvel jokey joke film, because it never has been in its entirety. Like, not in the animated series, not in the first movie, not in any of the comics.
That animated series is beautiful.
Pitch perfect.
Yeah.
But, like, it's never been a jokey joke character. But the fact that you need to emphasize it like that.
Yeah.
It's an unspoken thing. It's like, we know what Spawn is, mate. You don't have to
Yeah.
over.
We
lean
know
into
you're
it.
not going to turn
It's
Spawn
like-
into Deadpool.
it's
Yeah,
like
like,
that-
when
it's
no
like
one
that
is
super-
asking for that.
Yeah.
It's that super awkward moment during that super awkward Avengers game reveal, which is like, and there's not gonna be any terrible like pay to win loot box nonsense in there, for like the
like, why are you
cheaper
saying that?
applause.
Why are you
It's like,
saying
yeah,
that?
exactly. It's
It's like, we know what it's going to be. You don't have to lean into it, man.
yeah.
No one's
Don't tell me what it isn't.
Yeah, like Marcus
just
said,
tell me
like,
what it is.
No one's asking for Spawn to be Deadpool. No one's
Yeah.
asking for that. That's not what it is.
and no one's expecting it.
No,
So
so
the fact
why
that you
do
have
you-
to sort of go on about what the thing isn't.
I'd love to see what his Kickstarter backer bonuses will be.
Well, but I mean, you watched the interview, so you saw he said like he wants to say, okay, 20 million people, give me $1. I'm gonna distribute the film, and then when I make the money, I'll give you all your dollar back.
Yeah, that's just quick maths.
Off the top of his head, he's like, yeah, basically I'll do something like that. Todd McFarlane, international film distributor. Definitely has an idea of how expensive it is to distribute a film. It's that meme with the stonks.
It's just stonks.
The only guy who's successfully been able to like self-distribute his movies has been Kevin
Neil
Smith.
Breen. Oh.
And that's
I've got
because
the new Breen.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've got the new Breen.
Nice.
And that's because Kevin Smith like just takes his movie on the road and
Yeah,
ropes it
like-
into like an evening with Kevin Smith and his movie.
Exactly. But otherwise you can't do it because, you know, there are systems in place to stop you from doing that because that's how the world works.
Yep. Like Spielberg.
So that's so that Marvel Phase 4 timeline
They're
announcement.
Marvels!
Holy shit! Yo, we haven't had a fucking CineBeards since that happened.
No!
Nope, we have not.
Oh, by the way, sorry. Before we start on that, just because it's really, really great, did you see that Jessica Alba's Twitter got hacked?
No.
No.
And it is fucking spectacular.
Oh god, yes.
There's two. You can just swipe to the right. She's currently asleep. Apparently, she hasn't woken up yet, so she doesn't know any of this. So there's already like this has happened, and there's already like memes about it and everything, and she's gonna wake up to all of it.
Just chaos.
That's amazing.
The internet is a wonderful and awful place.
Jeez. Wow.
Swipe to the left there. She got hacked. Real good.
Like real good.
Yo, this is a big hack.
Speaking of big hacks, this is a Snyder minute.
Snyder minute.
Fine, if we have to do the Snyder minute.
Wait, when are we
before-
going to talk about Phase 4?
We will.
Well,
yeah,
talk about
let's
Phase
get-
one.
let's
Let's
get
get
Snyder
this
out
out
of
of
the
the way. So Wikipedia is considering whether or not to actually leave the Snyder Cut Wikipedia page up.
Really?
What?
And I quote, "The page goes into such excessive detail on every tiny aspect of Zack Snyder's Justice League and its process in reaching theaters that it seems unlikely to interest or meaningfully inform anyone except dedicated fans."
That is the great. That's better than like, you know, the Fallout threads that are always locked because people just go in and fuck with them. That's better because it's like, when Wikipedia says that your page has no value, then you've got to know that your page has no value.
This is like a master level.
That's fucking.
It's hardcore.
That's fucking
It's so
hardcore.
hardcore.
I mean, when someone breaks out magic carpets, you know.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
In fact, it also seems unlikely the subject rises to the standards of notability for such a minutely detailed article, and largely exists so it can be shared in celebration that Wikipedia thinks the Snyder Cut notable enough to deserve such a lengthy article.
Ew.
I'm gonna go
Smacks
home.
of fan bias at every turn.
I'm gonna go home and give money to Wikipedia.
I'm
Donate
finally
now.
gonna hit
They
that
should really.
donate
They should
button.
post that comment on Twitter and then just say donate now.
Donate. If you want us to stop this madness, just give us a fucking $1. Seriously.
End world hunger.
End the Snyder minutes. Please. Please, we're trapped in here.
The guy who wrote the thing is very upset. He's like, no, it's all neutral. If you think things are biased, why don't you just change the wording instead of taking it down?
Why won't you debate with him, Jason? He's just asking questions, okay?
I'm just asking questions.
I'm just saying,
I'm just
why won't you
asking
debate
questions.
with me? Why? Just asking questions.
Okay.
Is
now
she
we
using
can
her
talk
money to
about
buy
Marvel
crack?
Phase.
I don't know.
Alright, cool.
I'm just asking questions.
So that's the end of the Snyder minute. All right, Phase 4 looks so fucking high. Okay, let's just get the only negative thing out of the way.
That fucking title. For Loki.
Oh, okay,
the
good.
Loki
Let's get
logo.
one of the only two negative things out of the way. The Loki title, which I think constitutes a war crime.
That's my joke, deal.
Legally speaking.
No, that's Dion's joke. He said it on
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
What did I say? Sorry, I was yawning. What did you say?
War crime. I stole it back.
Oh, you asshole. That's a war crime. Shit. It's terrible.
But most importantly,
Yeah. But yeah, seriously, whoever designed that back to Nuremberg,
Yeah, no,
you know,
bye.
you're going to be judged. So, but yeah, like the Natalie Portman is late. The funny thing is, like, Twitter was so positive about it. I was like,
Twitter was- yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
okay,
I was
cool.
ready. I was
I'm gonna
ready to bask in the
I'm gonna
hate.
like Lady Thor, Natalie Portman. Like I searched that, like, oh, here we go. I'm gonna get some fucking bile, and everyone's just like super hyped about it. Fuck off. Okay.
The most painful thing was watching that and
Yeah.
and Tessa
Tessa
Thompson
Thompson is
standing on
standing
stage, literally one person away from Taika Waititi, as he says, there is nobody else who could have played.
I think
Female
the
Thor.
thing is though. All right, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a moment, just because.
All right.
Just because. Before Thor Ragnarok, I thought Thor was the fucking lamest character.
Yes.
Thor sucked shit.
Yes.
Then Thor Ragnarok happened, right?
Now he's the best.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Bear with me here. Like,
then-
I'm taking you on a flight of fancy.
Yeah, and then we got the Thor Lebowski, and
I'm taking you on a flight of fancy, right? Natalie Portman sucks shit.
Yes.
Right. Her
Universally.
character sucks shit.
Except in Black Swan.
Yeah. So,
Leon
the
the professional.
yeah, but she was like 12.
yeah, that doesn't count. Firstly, Valkyrie is already a fucking cool character, and also Valkyrie is king of Asgard now. She's gonna find a queen. It's fucking badass. It's gonna be great.
Her queen's gonna be Lady Thor. She thought she wouldn't fall in love with Thor. But it's gonna happen.
Dude, I'm sorry, but that would be that would be like womp, womp, womp. That would be incredible. But no, but the thing is, like, why would you make
Lady Hulk?
no, like, why would you make Valkyrie, who is already badass, fully rounded character, do so great, make her Lady Thor, and deprive us of more like Valkyrie being Valkyrie, right? When you could possibly redeem Natalie Portman the way Thor was redeemed. I rewatched Natalie's Rap and Natalie's Rap 2.
The highlight of her
I've seen-
career,
I've
some
seen-
would argue.
I'm
No,
well
her
familiar
career,
with
yeah, right.
both of
that,
those.
plus behind the scenes interviews with her, right? I'm convinced, as much as I hate her, she can be redeemed because she can do the badass thing. She can do the self-deprecating thing. She can, because she basically needs to be slightly derpy.
Right.
Yeah.
If she can do the slightly derpy but still badass thing,
Which is the
Like how
Which is-
she was portrayed in that South Park episode.
yeah,
No.
where like like if she can do the sort of the derpy self-deprecating thing while doing the sort of the badass thing, like I think she could actually be great. Also remember, she is gonna bulk up. She said, consider this my before picture. And there is one human being in the world I trust with this process, and it's Taika Waititi. From all the things Chris Hemsworth has said in interviews about how like Taika Waititi is the only reason Hemsworth is continuing in the MCU.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much he loves the guy, and what, like, how he workshopped the character with him, and how he really, like, just made, like, reinvigorated it. So, devil's advocate, I still want to throw up whenever I think about it,
do a
but
lot.
there is hope. I'm just saying this so I can come back to this, hopefully,
And say I was
hopefully,
right.
in 2 years, and go like, see, I'm a genius.
I'll put my chips on the table on Dion's side.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a Ryan Reynolds situation.
I've been hurt before.
I know, but not by Taika.
Yeah.
I know I've never been hurt by
Taika's
Taika.
hands are the safest hands.
I know, but like a safe hands with a hand grenade inside is still gonna explode.
He did.
They're the hands of a visionistical director, Thomas.
I know he's
Yeah.
visionistical.
Just remember. Just go rewatch Thor and Thor: The Dark World, and then watch Thor
I physically
Ragnarok.
can't because every time Kat Dennings comes onto
Oh,
screen,
no, I
have
just had
to
a horrible
smash
realization.
my television.
No, but I mean,
she's gonna be in this movie.
do a
gonna be in
super
this
cut
movie.
where
No, she's not.
Do a super cut where she's cut
Jane
out.
Foster's there. She's
She's not going to be
Do a
there.
super cut where she's cut out of the film, right? Pay someone to do it for you. Just watch Chris Hemsworth, right? Go watch that scene where he's talking with her about like he's drawing the little star map and or any scene
Wait,
in
what?
like in Asgard where he's just
You
like
come from a world where it's called magic.
Yeah.
Or you science.
go
and we
watch
call it magic.
that
The same
twat
thing.
and then watch fucking Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth in Thor 1 and 2. And then it's like they're different people. He can do it. Taika can do it again. I believe. I have to believe.
I'm not ready.
Because
I'm not
Thor
ready.
Love and Thunder is the coolest title and has the coolest logo
I'm not
of
ready.
any
so hurt
MCU
again.
film.
It's
I'm
so
not ready to
fucking
be hurt
85.
I
I
know.
love it.
You know what? You don't need to believe. I'll believe for you.
Okay.
Believe in the Dion that believes in you.
I want to believe in the deal that
Yeah.
believes.
I believe in Taika.
So, shall we take the rest of it just sort
Okay,
of
so that's out of
chronologically?
the way. No more mention of
I just
that.
want to go
Let's
on a
just talk about
tangent
the
on
cool
something
shit.
you said.
Yeah.
And it's something that's been really bugging me for like the last 2 months.
What? What did I say 2 months ago?
You know, no. So you know in Endgame where Tony's like out of the way Lebowski to
Yeah.
Thor? Who's the villain in Iron Man 1?
Ah.
Oh my
Jeff
god.
Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. Who is Lebowski?
Jeff Bridges.
Well, he's
So-
one of the two Lebowskis in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
but like he acknowledges the fact that the Big Lebowski, like
The Big Lebowski exists.
the Big Lebowski exists, but Jeff Bridges also exists in the MCU. Does Tony
To-
have access to multi-dimensional
to be
TV?
fair,
To be fair,
To be fair.
to be fair,
he
there
looks
are
very different.
And also there are multiple Earths, so like
what I was
Obadiah,
saying.
yeah, exactly. So Obadiah in our continuity.
fair,
In his continuity, maybe Burt Reynolds plays.
And to be fair, if
Yeah.
if that Marvel is Earth 213, which is
616.
which is not our Earth,
Yeah.
yeah.
maybe.
Well, actually,
Also,
we
we
don't know.
know,
We don't know for a fact that it is
Yeah,
because
'cause it
it's
was
Mysterio that
said.
says it.
We'll find out in Doctor Strange.
Because there was that thing where they said like the from Into the Spider-Verse, that Peter Parker, you know, the sort of
Peter B.
bedraggled
Parker.
one everywhere, like
He's-
he's from 616.
Yeah,
So which
he's
means
Tobey
he's
Maguire-
which means
Maguire.
he's
He was supposed to be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
oh, okay, because they said he's from 616, which means
Yeah.
he's Tom Holland like 15 years from now or 20 years from now, which is just a really sad
It
prospect.
actually isn't because the MCU Earth is actually Earth 10999.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying if Mysterio was to be believed.
Yeah.
Why
know-
would you believe Mysterio?
I'm not. I said if. It's called a hypothetical. I'll explain it
okay,
later.
okay,
It's
fine.
like lying to your brain.
Has everyone
Yeah.
seen? Has everyone seen it yet? Because I want to talk about
What?
something. The Spider, the new Far From Home.
No.
You seen Far From... Okay,
I don't
never
think
mind.
Marcus
Never mind.
has
Never
seen
mind.
it yet.
That's nice.
Oh no.
We'll talk about it
You've
later.
ruined everything, Marcus.
What?
You've ruined everything.
I know.
But yes, let's go through the rest of them.
Okay, so let's talk
Rachel's
about the
really
cool stuff.
getting into the spirit of
Okay,
things.
so what I fucking
Telling Marcus you ruined everything.
yeah,
Yay!
you're a
Thanks,
natural.
guys.
Yeah, we should
so-
have you on every week.
Okay, yeah, just maybe pull up the
Marcus
lister of all the
Yeah,
stuff.
I've got a list.
She's
Okay.
leaving for America tomorrow.
Oh no.
So I will say, firstly, interesting, unexpected that the next MCU film is Black Widow.
Yes.
Yes.
I
That
didn't
is
see that
weird.
coming, but that's cool. Like apparently it's like super action packed.
I'm not really cool with that.
And
Although, in
she has
fairness-
not confirmed or denied whether Hawkeye's in it yet. She
he
refuses to
definitely
comment.
will
He
be.
will. No, we're gonna find out.
Because the thing is, they're definitely they say they're gonna go back to Budapest. at
Yeah,
one
we're
point.
definitely gonna.
So we're gonna have like we're gonna have young Jeff Bridges Hawkeye. My only concern is it takes place. Is it after Civil War or Winter Soldier? It's after one of the two of those.
Probably
It's-
after Civil War.
It's
Probably, I think it's
supposed-
after Civil War. Like
Yeah.
that's where it's set, and then there's gonna be flashback.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that's second worst haircut Black Widow.
Hey, it.
On that poster, what the fuck, Marvel?
Jeez. Okay, having gone back now and got posters for every single film that I have, action movie posters are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
They are terrible.
Well,
They should
in
be
the
more like
US they
Godzilla
are.
posters.
Yeah, in the,
Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like sci-fi and horror movies are far and away way better than action movies.
Yeah.
Because the sci-fi and horror movies tend to use art for their posters as opposed to just actors superimposed.
fucking
Yeah, because it's
paste them over
reality,
each
and
other.
reality is
Dude,
just
Iron
like
Man
undeniably
1
depressing.
Iron Man 1 and 2 posters
Yeah.
make me want to die. They're so
And
bad.
3.
Yeah, three with the head.
Three
Yeah.
with like dead
But
Gwyneth Paltrow.
I'm talking about the plastic Iron
There's
Man
gonna be this whole
toys
thing where
on
she,
Iron Man
she's
1
gonna
and
be,
2.
it's gonna turn out in the next film she was a ghost all this time, and they're gonna be like, we foreshadowed it, we showed you on the Iron Man 3 poster.
She's quit officially now.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, in fairness, like she doesn't really know what's going on. Like that interview where she was like, she didn't know she was in Spider-Man. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Where Gwyneth Paltrow was being interviewed, and then
Well,
like,
she was
oh,
on-
sorry, she was
she was
busy.
on Chef.
Yeah, she was
The
chef
Chef Show.
show.
The
Yeah,
chef show, yeah.
Which is a great show, by the way.
yeah,
You should all
and
watch
she's
it.
like. And she's busy talking, and they're like, "Yeah, you like when you were in Spider-Man," and she's like, "I wasn't in Spider-Man." Like, yes, you
They
were.
were like,
At the end,
we were in the scene.
That is amazing.
I was
we were
the
in
guy
a
who
scene. We were
It's
in
the
a
guy who
scene
plays
together.
Happy. It's his show.
Yeah,
Oh
John
my gosh,
Favreau.
I love.
Yeah, and he's like, you were in that. We were in that scene together. She's like, was I in this?
Yeah.
Oh yes,
just
he
show
did
up.
one with Tom Holland and
Yeah.
yeah.
I just show up and I bring my emerald eggs.
Yeah.
Just
And
shut up about the
my
emerald
steaming,
eggs.
my steaming
My
machine.
steaming machine.
Okay, so
Okay, so phase 4. So Black
Yeah.
Widow, cool. I'm
V boring.
fine for
Widow.
that.
V
I'm not.
boring.
I have not liked Black Widow in the MCU, but I'm sure the movie's gonna kick ass. Like they're gonna go
Villain
all
really
out.
Why?
likes
It's
her
just-
for some reason.
it
Because
just
it's
has
Scarlett
to.
Johansson. That's literally the only reason.
Endgame showed me
Yeah.
the nugget of potential that exists in there. No, I know.
That exists in Black Widow.
I
The
know.
Jade Egg of potential.
The jade egg
I'm
of
just
potential.
saying.
No,
I'm just saying.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But it showed me that like we
Yeah.
could do it, and like going
We could do it.
going back and rewatching her or Under the Skin, like there's something. I hate her
Yeah.
straight up, but like there's
But they've made her so incredibly boring.
Are we
like,
going to
Yeah.
do the
when she died, like I
include
wasn't
the Disney Plus
even
stuff?
sad.
Yeah, of course, because the Disney Plus stuff finally ties in. It's actually
Yeah.
like the Disney Plus shows are officially part of
Fantastic.
Phase 4. And like WandaVision,
Yeah, we'll get to WandaVision.
WandaVision leads directly into Doctor Strange and the
yes.
Multiverse of Madness.
of Madness.
So what's the
We'll
second
get
film
there.
next year?
There's the second one.
The second one is in a film. It's a Disney Plus,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's the Falcon and Winter Soldier
Oh,
show.
I can't wait. Their dynamic is
Yeah.
so
Like,
great.
Is
watched-
Falcon gonna be Cap Falcon in this?
I think
We
it's
don't
Captain.
know.
I think it'll probably be Captain Falcon.
That's so awesome.
It might be.
I
We
wanted
don't
to-
know.
Well, he came out with a shield
the
at
shield,
Comic Con. So
Or either he will be, or the last episode he will become Captain Falcon.
yeah.
The great thing is like I don't know if all of you watched the full
Yeah, I watched the thing.
panel.
Yes.
Like they just have such great chemistry.
Well,
Those
like
two
you know,
are just-
just go back and look
That
at the car
Civil
scene.
War,
Just
Civil
the car
War,
scene.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Feige was just like those two in the Beetle are fucking hilarious. Greenlight a show.
Greenlit.
Greenlit right now. That's gonna be fun.
What's after that?
After that is Eternals with the star-studded
one
cast.
hell of a cast.
The fucker of a car. And there's one or two central characters that haven't been announced.
Yeah.
That they're going to announce at D23. But I mean, the dominant rumor is that it's 11 from Stranger Things.
Oh, she's in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's fucking excellent.
Yep.
And I don't know who's going to be the other one. But yeah, like that. I mean, that cast looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And super diverse.
Yeah.
And did you see how jacked Kumail Nanjiani got?
Whoa,
Yeah,
he got super
That's fucking scary. That's like Chris Pratt.
It's like
Like if he looked like that in Stuber.
Yeah. Jesus.
So yeah, like,
Christ.
and he's just gonna get more fucking. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. And I mean, I'm not the biggest Angelina Jolie fan, but I mean, with the right script, I mean, she can do good things.
But
so-
here's the thing, like it's
She
an
was right in Girl
ensemble
Interrupted.
cast.
huh?
She's nice and Girl Interrupted.
Yeah, like so they. I mean, like again, it just has to be the right script and the right cast, and like that looks like a fantastic ensemble.
Yeah, and I love that
ensemble.
Feige said, "Don't worry, this is pure Jack Kirby," which means it's gonna be weird and colorful.
Yeah.
and that's what I want from an Eternals movie because it's basically the New Gods but Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel looked over and was like,
Well, they fucked it up. Let's do it right.
Let's fix
well,
it.
I mean, they fight it up eventually, but they got it right. First bit.
Yeah,
To the
but they
point
haven't
to-
brought it to the screen.
Yeah.
They kind of have, by way of George Lucas.
Are you just fuck off with that?
Anyway,
After Eternals,
I'm sorry, he's untouchable as a filmmaker.
no, it's just, that's not
visionary
them.
genius.
Like they didn't bring it to the screen by George Lucas. George Lucas just cribbed and stole it.
yeah. After Eternals, we come back to Earth.
And blame
spool
fucking
the scale down again,
The one
and
that I'm
hopefully
excited for the
get
most.
a proper fucking kung fu movie.
Shang-Chi, we've
and
got
the Legend of the Ten Rings.
We've got Tony Leung as
That-
who was Zhao Yu in Red Cliff 1
Yeah,
and 2,
I know.
who was fucking Broken Sword
Yeah.
in Hero, who
Yeah.
was Ip Man in the Ip Man
Yeah.
prequel movies and Grandmaster.
I just
Oh my God, I'm
I
so
just want to
excited.
say like that tweet where like in 2014 he's like,
Yo,
hey
Marvel,
Marvel, this is
what's
all
up?"
great, but like where your like Asian American actors?
And then he was like,
he
"Oh,
got cast,
shit."
so he went back to the tweet 5 years later and replied to it, lol.
Did you see what else he tweeted?
Yeah, like in 2017 as well.
No, like
Oh,
after
in
the
2017
announcement.
he also said like, hey Marvel, I'm still waiting for that call.
After the announcement, Canada's official Twitter recognize because he's Canadian.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, they recognize like
Cast an actual
oh,
Asian.
they were like,
person.
oh my god, our very own guy has been cast as in the MCU, and we're so proud. And so he was like, this is basically the Canadian equivalent of being knighted. So I, meme lord of the triple poutine pork, accept this like honor.
Yes, that's so good.
He seems like a good dude.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I'm just like Tony Leung. If you've seen
Is the
any
villain.
of those films
Yeah. I mean,
I've
oh.
listed, he is so fucking cool.
And I think it's going to be great because one of the sort of critiques of the MCU is just like a lot of the scenes, like I mean, even in like flawless films like Winter Soldier, like there's a lot of the like the quick cut, shaky cam,
Yes.
Bourne Supremacy
So,
stuff.
I'm hoping we get
So-
martial arts,
Yeah.
John Wick style
That-
fight scenes.
yeah,
Yes.
but, and I think like with an actual like martial artist where they don't have to like be
They don't
cutting
have to
to
train
stunt
them.
doubles
Yeah.
and all that stuff, like they could actually do that.
Tony
Yes.
Leung has been doing kung fu, wire fu for the last 20 years of his career.
Yeah.
So
I just
as the
really hope-
Mandarin, he's,
Yeah, I just really hope that whoever's fighting against him, they also just cast actual proper martial artists, and they just,
Just
let
get
them
the cast
fucking...
of the raid, really.
Wait! Shh. Let them fight.
You know Ken Watanabe's in there somewhere. Like he is going to be in that movie because contractually he has to be.
It's true.
It would be illegal for a Western film.
To not feature Ken Watanabe
Yeah.
in an Asian film.
Yeah.
Exactly. No,
He's
that's,
Chinese, right? Yeah.
I suppose.
Geneva Convention. It's in there.
It's in there.
There's an awful lot of stuff about film in there.
Yeah, and I mean, say what you want about the so-called Chinese takeover of Hollywood.
Okay, I will.
I will.
But if it,
I will. Tencent is dangerous, and we should. watch out for
we
that.
should
Yeah.
we should
Tencent's
fear.
super dangerous.
I've
We
heard
should
that.
fear
I've heard that
Tencent,
from
but-
from game developers, like the effect that Tencent has, like they're fucking.
They straight
dangerous.
up banned a game, Taiwanese horror game, because it criticized, sort of contemporary politics, and they're like, cool, boop, removed from Steam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Globally.
They own like
They
30%
also,
of everything.
by the way, because like the whole internet cafe thing there, where they, people compete and stuff. Like,
It's internet cave.
oh sorry, Cave, Kafanabi.
And remember when that hairstyle was a thing?
Anyway,
Do you remember
they Tencent literally, like, if people sort of are found cheating, like if it's sort of picked up that you're cheating or botting or whatever, like the police get sent after you. Like that is the pool Tencent have. Like people literally get arrested for cheating in like in
That is
online games.
That is
Absolutely
insane.
It is completely insane.
Like
But
the police will like fucking burst into an internet
Yeah.
cafe and
they
arrest
will-
you.
I can't see that
hey,
happening.
there it is. But
It's real.
what I was
Hey,
going to say is,
bingo.
if it
Yeah.
leads to
Screeners.
Western movie studios making
appears in, like, every
good
episode.
kung fu movies for the Chinese audience again.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like,
It's-
look
it's
at
an
Mulan.
evil
Look at
I can
Mulan.
learn to live with.
Mulan looks like Lady Ip Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lip Man.
Marvel wants you to call it Mighty Ip Man. Thank you.
Also,
Incredible.
as
What's
being the
next
guy
on the
from
list?
the raid, he is actually in a Netflix film coming out, The Wu Assassin.
Carl, shut up about Netflix, Marcus.
But also,
We need that money.
we need that fucking money. We're not
We
getting that.
established this earlier.
Yeah. After Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten
Love
Rings,
that his power is just kung fu.
Yeah.
What's your
he's just really good at kung fu. He's not. He doesn't have that iron
Yeah.
fist bullshit.
Nothing.
He
Which-
didn't have to fight a dragon. He's just good at kung fu.
super kung
Iron
fu.
Fist is like Kung Fu, but white guy.
Kung fu, but stolen.
It's like my seeing power from the car.
It's like he's
pretty
gonna
much.
he's gonna meet Cap through some time travel, Tom Food, and Tom's gonna be like, "Oh great, how'd you get your powers?" Like, no, I just worked really hard. Cap's
yeah.
gonna be like,
I just trained for 30 years.
"So how did you get your powers, Cap?" Same way.
Same way.
Definitely
Gym,
not
Definitely not
stolen.
steroids.
Hit the gym, like
Definitely not Nazi steroids. Next up is WandaVision.
oh yeah, that's gonna be great.
When is it set?
Post Endgame.
Post Endgame.
It's set post Endgame.
How?
I
well,
don't know
maybe
how.
Shuri did actually do the thing.
Oh yeah, because
The thing
Shuri
that
did
we-
the flippy
that
flippy
we-
thingy
that
which
we-
they never came back to.
Which we
Yeah, exactly.
theorized about. So again, we're gonna call that back another
Yeah.
CineBeards prescient prediction.
Yeah.
The only reason that show is happening is because they were like, "Hey, you guys know that throwaway shot that we accidentally left in where Shuri swiped like that?"
Well, the CineBeards
Like-
did an episode about it, and
Because
they talked about this really good
because
strategy.
the actress was actually just like on Twitter on that big monitor, and we just replaced it with digital.
She was on Tinder.
I'm sorry.
She was just swiping.
Fuck off. Tinder. Hey, I've never used a dating app, okay? I'm not on,
sorry.
I'm not on the
Convincing.
grinder.
Excuse me, you're fulfilled in your personal relationships, okay?
Forgive me for that. Anyway, so she was on Tinder, like swiping left, and they're like, you know that footage we accidentally left in and we were all so super embarrassed about? The CineBeards had a fucking good idea. What if she backed up Vision?
But they're gonna have to change it by 8%, like they did with the Hawkeye scene from Endgame.
Oh yeah.
But she's gonna like put him in glasses like Tony Stark style. She's gonna carry her out. He's gonna be like, free me from this prison.
I wish only for death.
Shut up, Vision.
Yeah, when they
I just want you to
announced
listen to my problem.
See, and when they announced it, like with that weird, like 50s type sitcom music when they were coming out, I was like, I have this idea that it's going to be
Everywhere
like
you
a
go,
really weird kind of romantic sitcom,
Yeah.
which I'm all for because it's a completely different look at Vision and Scarlet Witch, who, you know, up
And
until now.
It's gonna be really
still
weird
really
if
that
it is
character.
like a comedy sitcom like that, and then leads into the very much horror.
Yeah.
Which
Cosmic
I'm
horror.
super hyped
Doctor
for
Strange.
because
Yeah.
Scott Derrickson.
Yeah, Scott Derrickson, and it's gonna be Doctor Strange and Wanda, like,
Yeah.
teaming up, and that's gonna be.
But of course,
Did you
talking
watch the
about-
panel where the announcer was gonna be a horror? Somebody heckled, "Make it R-rated," and Kevin Feige's like, "It's gonna be PG-13, and you're gonna like it."
Yeah.
The
The next one is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, I was just gonna
Oh,
say
yeah, this one
the
sounds
WandaVision thing, like it's perfect making a TV show about them because I think like the two of them have like the cheapest special effects probably. Like Wanda special effects, like just like a bit of that like
Little bit
glowy
of red.
stuff. And we've established in Endgame that Vision can just look like a person if he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, they just have to add a little. Oh
Yeah.
no,
They don't.
He
No,
does because
go.
yeah.
well he can have like
Extracted.
I'm
he
pretty
can just
sure
have an
Paul
or-
Bettany only signed on because he didn't have to sit in makeup for days at a
Nah,
time.
he's not Jennifer Lawrence.
No,
Also,
no, Paul
his
Bettany's
kid
a
keeps
badass.
demanding that they want Purple Dad back.
That's adorable. Like I can imagine Josh Brolin's kids being the same thing. We want Purple Daddy.
No, don't
Okay,
do
yeah,
that.
so-
Don't
okay, yeah.
say it
Daddy,
like
it's been too much of a morning for that kind of.
Yeah,
Nonsense.
what's up?
So yeah, Doctor Strange, fucking
full on
badass.
horror.
The
Yep,
best
keen for that.
title.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
would argue.
After that is the War Crime series, Loki.
Yeah, that logo. No, I mean I'm excited for the Loki
And
series.
what
Yeah.
we said was correct. It is the Loki that
Yeah, that's
disappears.
Yes.
Yeah.
correct.
So
Perfect
it's not
tie-in.
it's not like good changed heart like
It's
after
dickhead
Ragnarok
Loki.
It's
It's
Dickhead
Dickhead
That is
Loki.
Loki.
fantastic.
So it literally just takes off like immediately after that scene.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's like reviving a whole.
Yeah, because that's best Loki.
Yeah.
It's merely Quib Loki.
mischievous evil murder Loki.
Yeah.
Murder Loki.
Murder Loki, who just got thrown around by the Hulk and humiliated
And
by
is
the
super
Avengers.
pissed.
Loki
Yeah.
with a vengeance.
Ooh, Loki
Yes.
with a Vengeance, that would have been so much better as a title.
Thank you.
Then. Because those weren't letters.
Yeah, those weren't letters. That was literally
Wait,
just.
it looks like
My for animation student.
It's like we can't pick between these four logos. Use all of them.
but also none of them.
Yeah, what's after Loki?
What's after
after Loki we get the animated What If series.
that I'm super keen
And
for
like-
because most of the cast come
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say
reprise their
that.
roles.
That's the brilliant thing about making it an animated thing. Is like, there's no way.
Rachel doesn't know what it is, which means a listener might not know what it is.
Okay,
do an
so-
explain, Marcus.
Okay, I will do an explain. What if
Listener.
Jacques,
Marvel-
if you don't know,
the Marvel What If is traditionally a series of comics, much like the DC Elseworld stories. They're literally stories from different angles. Or what if X happened instead of Y?
That is unbelievable.
So basically, the first one, and I saw the greenlit story this morning of like the first one is what if Captain America was straight?
yeah,
Yeah.
which is I feel too unrealistic.
all-
Yeah.
but I mean,
Obviously,
that's the
just in
first what
case
if
you're
they're
wondering,
doing.
it was a satire thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also,
no,
but
for
also
sure.
it's not.
But also
but
it's-
That's so
fun.
epic though.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like what if the other team won in
Yeah.
Civil War?
Famous,
you know?
Famously, the DC's already got an Elseworld movie out where what if
What if everyone murdered and was terrible?
What? Yeah. What if Superman and Batman sucked shit?
It's called
But, like,
the
literally.
animated movie is called Gods and Monsters, and it was what if Zod was Superman's father,
Yes.
not Cap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, how
What
would
if
that
Zod
fare?
was Superman, essentially?
Yes.
Because it wasn't Kal-El that was sent.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, like and I mean that's great because it obviously allows them to do a bunch of stuff without having to worry about nerds nitpicking continuity, and it allows them to use the actual original actors and everything, but without having to
Without an
That's just-
astronomically high
without
cost.
having to pay them as much. So
Let's just
Yeah, I
hope
mean,
that it's a
Red
better
Sun is
take
an
on that
outsourced
kind
as
of
well.
It is
approach
indeed.
than Gotham was, because it's kind of a similar
I want
concept.
to talk about Gotham.
I'm gonna
Gotham
fight
doesn't
you.
exist.
We don't
I'm gonna
talk about
fight
Gotham.
you.
That's what I'm
It's a
saying.
weird
Yeah, now we're
Gotham
gonna
thing.
fucking throw down.
Alright.
Janis Joplin. Gonna fucking throw down.
I don't know who that is.
She's who you modeled you look after.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
almost
I
entirely.
look like
Wow.
someone. This is so bad. No, what do I?
You like literally you
Oh,
just
it's
need
fine,
like
you're
you
gonna
just
be
need a
dead at
headband
27.
here and you're exactly Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope that is not a bad thing.
She was part of the 28 Club.
27 Club.
27 Club, sorry.
It's
28
Oh,
cool.
sorry, I
28
remember.
Club
Because
is
I
our
remember
thing,
being
yeah.
really depressed when I turned 28. Like,
Yeah.
Me too.
oh, it just never left.
Hey! Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Also, they've got that. Oh, what's the guy who's voicing the Watcher?
Oh.
Because he's got like a super.
Oh fuck. What's
Oh, it's the guy from Westworld.
Yes.
Yeah, Bernard.
Bernard.
Yes.
I'm
I
offended.
love his
I'm
voice.
grossly
His voice
offended.
is great. His voice is great.
Well, having seen
There
him
has
most
to be a
recently
more-
in Hold the Dark.
Yeah.
She's also got the same color hair and
Yeah.
one thing.
Okay, but this isn't natural hair. This is
Oh.
because my
Yeah, but
hair.
that's why.
Yeah, that's the one, that top right. That's the Janis Joplin look she is.
Yeah.
I'm so. Oh no.
No, he's laughing because it's so accurate.
It's 100% accurate.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking really like that. Literally, you just need the
Just
band.
need a
Yeah.
band.
Off yourself.
You know what's funny? You know how old that woman looks? She died when she was 27.
Yeah,
but
she
in that
looks like
picture, she's in
fucking
her
83.
40s. That's
That's
drugs,
like-
man. That's drugs.
Sure, drugs are a hell of
That's
a
like
drug.
it's like Carrie Fisher from A New Hope to like Return of the Jedi, like
Yeah.
that. Like
yeah.
So, after the What If series
yeah,
is the Hawkeye series.
yeah.
And they're
Which-
bringing in his daughter.
I was just about to
And
ask.
she's gonna be deaf, apparently.
Yeah, and they got an actual deaf actress
Properly.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's
I-
not deaf in the movie.
I know. I just love that
Maybe
the
that's next
the
slide.
discourse around, because when the panel happened, obviously there was a lot of outrage about the fact that Valkyrie was gonna be bi, Thor was
Which
a
is
woman.
funny because it was in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Like Thor was gonna be a woman, even though Jane Thor was a thing,
Mighty Thor.
and
yes.
that there was gonna be a deaf character in the Hawkeye. It's like that's always been, and it's like, oh, why are they doing this? Daredevil exists. It's like, so there can't be more than one.
Also,
Yeah,
Hawkeye-
like, we have our deaf quota.
Also,
Hawkeye is
Daredevil isn't
famously
the
deaf in one
deaf
way
we have,
anyway.
we have our disability quota filled.
Hawkeye is canonically hearing impaired and has never been in the Marvel movies, so
Yeah.
now they're writing what should have been there all the time. Also, to all
Well,
these,
that's the thing is because obviously like the way they communicate with each other, those earpieces that they sometimes have to touch and they sometimes don't.
Yeah.
And I mean, it would have been really jarring during that like really
Maybe
epic
there's a
scene
setting
in
on
the
it.
Avengers. We went, sorry,
What?
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 my favorite, my favorite thing is
Hawkeye, so you can watch their mouths from across.
seem really good.
Lip read.
My favorite thing about the entire discourse, though, is that people, oh, this is good representation, this is bad representation, that whole fucking story.
Yeah.
And somebody in the comments of the comics page that I was on was like, okay, cool. So you liked Nolan's Bane then, eh? That was good for you.
Ooh.
That was fine. That was fine. But this
Yeah.
is not.
Yeah.
An actual whitewash.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was alright.
Yeah,
But
and like
it's bad.
where Hitler's being Kiwi washed.
Yeah. Fucking Kiwis taking out
And
of
also, like,
Polynesians taking
Hawkeye's-
all the jobs.
Hawkeye's daughter being deaf is only like the second deaf character in Marvel because one of the Eternals, also one of the
Yeah, it's there.
is also like deaf canonically.
And they're
So
just gonna
it's
have a
not-
conversation and be like, what?
mine.
That seems rude.
And then finally
You can hear how it sounds. You can
they're
just cut it.
gonna cap off Phase 4.
Well, they're
or-
gonna cap.
Yeah,
all
they're
phase
gonna
one. Here we go.
cap
off-
Here we
Get
go.
out of
Cap
here.
off
Here
Phase
we
4, or
go.
at least at least we don't know if they've released the entire Phase 4.
They have
'cause
Phase 4 is only going to be 2 years.
Yeah,
Oh shit,
that-
they
they
spit
say
it
that.
out.
spit it
5 years
out. You said
confirmed.
cap off.
Cap
So,
off.
Cap.
Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yes, I knew it because the
Because he came out and he wore the Thor hat.
cap. Yeah. Well, because Kevin Feige always wears that baseball cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because
that-
his brain's under there.
Thor: Love and Thunder has we already discussed it, but yeah,
Yeah.
it has got the best logo ever.
It
Just
does.
in the world.
And then,
just-
of course, the thing that we were joking about, Blade.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Blade, but Blade's like
Yeah,
post
Blade.
phase.
Yeah,
phase-
we're not.
phase
We're, yeah,
five.
he
we
didn't
don't have time
announce
to.
a
We,
date for
we
Blade.
don't have enough time to talk about mutants.
But I mean, fucking Mahershala Ali
Yeah.
as Blade
Such
is
a
just
good
like
cast.
I love that. I love that story where he's just like, yeah, like straight after he won his Oscar, he set up the meeting with Feige, and then he's just like, they sort of got the immediate pleasantries out of the way. They just came right out and saying like, Blade,
I'm gonna
yeah,
be
I want to be Blade.
and he was like,
Like,
okay.
we don't have plans, but sure.
Yeah, I mean,
How do you say no to Mahershala Ali?
we don't have plans, but we'll fucking make them.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the thing is, he said they've been looking for a way to do it for years. So
and now they're not casting an absolute shitbag.
yeah, the thing is, can you imagine him? The thing is, he's already got the voice and he's got the acting, which is the two things that Wesley Snipes didn't have.
It's
Wesley
true,
Snipes
yeah.
just looked like a badass.
and the height. Don't
Although-
forget the height.
Although
Yeah, and
you'll
like-
find that certain people will be like, yeah, but Wesley Snipes had the R rating.
No. Listen, I'm talking
That doesn't
just as
matter.
I'm just talking about the
I agree.
actors, like the actors like Wesley Snipes didn't really have like the
Anything.
greatest voice, and he's a terrible like that shot where they had to CG his eyes open.
That's among others.
And but the thing is like now we've got a Blade that has a badass voice that
Is a good
can
actor.
act,
Yeah.
and now they can just beef him the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Some
be
motherfuckers
so
always trying
good.
to ice skate uphill.
But I mean,
That's
you know
great.
what I
That's
haven't
great.
what I haven't seen online, people complaining, but that Mahershala Ali is already technically in the MCU because he played Cottonmouth in.
Yeah, but
in
Cottonmouth
Well,
Okay.
nobody
dead.
cares about Netflix.
Yeah, man, none of the
I
Netflix
mean,
stuff is.
give us money, Netflix.
I mean,
yeah, we care about Netflix.
None of the Netflix stuff counts.
saved it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, like I'm surprised that that didn't come up because that came up. Remember when that one
No,
actress had a bit
because
part
anyone who
in-
was gonna comment that would know if they care enough to know, like enough to comment that, they would also know that the Netflix shows don't count.
Yeah. But so I think it's great, Mahershala Ali.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I think
Like,
that's fucking.
I love that
casting.
man. Like,
And I'm glad
he's
that-
been
and I'm-
great in everything he's been in.
And I'm
Even Alita Battle
I
Angel.
loved him in
I'm
Alita,
eagerly
though.
awaiting the John Krasinski announcement for Fantastic Four. Like, can you imagine they cast anyone else? How the internet will just implode because it's like for everyone, it's already a four. Like I've seen thumbnails on YouTube where people are like Marvel Phase 4 planned, and the thumbnail
Is
is like
Fantastic
a Boss Logic mock-up of like John Krasinski.
as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, in the suit and everything with like the grayed out tail. And, like it's already like
done,
it's
done.
such a foregone conclusion. Imagine they cast them up. But I gotta say, Twitter after the Phase 4 announcement was the closest thing we'll ever get to world peace. I've never in my life
Seen so much positivity.
scrolled for probably a full 15-20 minutes and not seen a single negative comment.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, all the negative shit that I was finding was on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's
No,
where
no,
you find
no.
all the negative shit.
Yes.
It's in the terms of service. You have to be
have to
negative
be
about it.
mad.
About
Although I'm
bullshit.
finding it so incredibly hard to get invested into Phase 4. Like I'm so attached to what has been.
Yeah.
It's so like I'm still mourning it. It's so
No, no.
hard to like get over.
The
But
thing
that's
is, like,
the thing
I-
about Phase 4. It's got a mix of the...
Yeah, of everything.
The thing is, like, I felt exactly the same way, and then I
I
watched
saw.
the panel, and then it was just like,
Yeah.
I'm there with you.
I'm there. I want a Marvel Kung Fu movie. Fuck yeah. I want a Doctor Strange horror movie. Of fucking course I want that.
and what I like is that they're not bothering, they're not sort of having to do the whole conceit of, like, bringing them all together for an Avengers film at the end of Phase 4. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing like that. There's no
Yeah.
team up. It's just, here we go, introducing new stuff.
Yeah. I think it's the best way
it's
for
also-
them to.
It's the Force Awakens.
It's also all
it's the
mini
Force-
team-ups, though.
It's the Force Awakens
Yeah, but that's
strategy,
smarter.
also, where it's like, for every new thing, there's an old thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
Merge.
that balancing thing. If you go watch how the first Force Awakens trailer was cut, it's literally like
New thing, old
new
thing.
thing, old thing, new thing, old thing, new thing, old thing. It's literally cut exactly like that.
Cool.
So yeah, like they're doing that, and I mean that's a good strat. That's a
Right.
good strat.
I think that does it for this episode.
Oh yeah. All right,
Okay,
cool. That was a
so-
good practice run. So once we've
Now,
done the
push
practice
record
run,
now.
then we record.
Yeah, because we've ironed out all the points we're going to talk about. Now we'll talk about them less chaotically.
Yeah.
Okay, hit record
see.
then.
More chaotic.
So that was kind of a practice.
Krabbies, Netflix.
Okay, cool. Hit record.
Yeah.